Adam Weinrib here with Fansided, and I've got New York Giants wide receiver, Tennessee Volunteers icon, Jalin Hyatt here with me. On behalf of Hyatt Hotels, of course. Jalin, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about your relationship with Hyatt first. I know you've got a very special package that you're advertising. Beginning Tuesday, December 12th at 11 a.m. Eastern, fans are going to have a chance to win 2 tickets to the Giants-Eagles game at MetLife Stadium, thanks to you and your partnership with Hyatt. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about that?
Oh yeah, we're doing the fine experience. Get 2 tickets to the game. Not only that, you get a virtual, not even an interview, but really a talk to talk with myself personally. You're gonna be staying at the Park Hyatt, one of the most luxurious places of Hyatt hotels around the country. So it's gonna be a great experience, and I can't wait for somebody to win.
Yeah, that's super exciting, and it's an exciting time for Giants fans as well. I'd love to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in New York, as well as your time in college. It's a lot of upheaval going on and a lot of SEC chatter with the CFP stuff this week, so I'd love to touch on that as well. But let's go Giants first because Tommy DeVito is your quarterback right now. Just named QB1 for next Monday against Green Bay. He's on a bit of a winning streak, and you guys connected. That pass he hit to you early in the Pats game was maybe his most impressive throw of the year so far. So talk to me a little bit about what you've seen from Tommy and how you guys are developing more of a relationship and connection.
Yeah, I think I see a confident player when I see Tommy. A quarterback that's decisive, and not only that, he throws an accurate pass. So he's a great quarterback for us. Not only that, he's learning. He's still a rookie, so he's learning the process throughout the season, and I'm just proud of what he has done so far.
They returned Tyrod Taylor as well to practice recently. How valuable has it been for you, for Tommy, for the team to have him in the room, even though Tommy is starting?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always great to have one of your leaders back in Tyrod. So we have a lot of respect for him. Not only that, he's always with Tommy, just following around, making sure that he can hear from his point of view what he sees. When you have a vet quarterback and a leader in Tyrod, behind you, behind Tommy, just in his ear, it can help you in so many ways. So it's definitely good to have him back.
I saw a case of local Tommy DeVito beers get delivered to the locker room yesterday. I don't know if you did you see that? Did you get to have one of those?
Yeah, we seen. I didn't have one, but we seen them though. We seen them.
All right, amazing. Maybe you crack into those after the Packers game next Monday. You got Green Bay coming in pretty hot there. Monday night showdown, no flex. You guys have the spotlight. Are you excited by the chance to maybe derail Green Bay's playoff hopes a little bit? Because I know they're on a roll now as well, and you've won two in a row.
Yeah, they're a hot team. And not only that, we're a hot team as well. But I think for us, it's all about us right now. I think if we control what we can control, do what we know, what we can do, as far as our game plan and what we want to do against Green Bay, I think we have a great chance. We just can't beat ourselves. That's our motto right now. We just got to worry about us, and hopefully we get the results that we want.
You are definitely, it feels like, in that locker room building a little momentum going into next year. I would love if you could talk me through what the vibe and energy is in the locker room right now. Obviously, a tough start to the season, but it seems like everyone is staying motivated. You watch Coach Dable's, post game, huddles, press conferences. It definitely seems like everyone's pointed in the same direction. So, what is it about that energy? How have you managed to shake off that tough start and really channel momentum going into next year?
Yeah, I think it just I think you really know what a team is, when you face adversity. So we faced some in the beginning of the season, and I think it just brought us closer together just as a team. We had some key injuries that hurt us, but just the way that we fought back and still trying to push for playoff hopes. That's what we want, man. We're always going to fight here at the Giants. We're always going to fight for what we want, and I'm just proud of our team. I'm proud of what we overcame so far. But we have so much ahead of us. I feel like we're a good team, and we just got to continue to keep doing what we know what we can do.
Is that the culture that Coach Dable preaches? I know you have a lot of fans looking at the draft, but you sound focused on the playoffs still and making noise down the stretch. Is that really what he preaches? Is that why everyone's so united around that goal?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Our hopes are not out of it. So we're definitely going to keep going, 110%, when we're on the field and, when we're trying to execute plays. So it starts with us. It starts with the leaders. It starts with our team. And, we can only focus on ourselves. So we just got to do that.
When you do look ahead to next year, is there a position that you're sort of eyeing in the draft as you watch college football? Is there somebody who's caught your eye, or are you just focused on, hey, whoever's here, they're going to help us get better?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of great players. Heading into the draft this year, it's going to be a good draft class. But I don't know anything about what we're looking for or anything. I just try to focus on what we have to do. So, but at the same time, I can't wait for whoever we get. So it's gonna be fun.
Of course. What about your personal growth? Your first year in the NFL, you're definitely finding your footing. Had some impressive splash plays for sure. What are the biggest lessons you feel like you've learned when you look back week one to present? I mean, what are you more comfortable in now than you were then?
Yeah, I think the game speed has slowed down for me. That was probably one of the big things that I had to focus on was that, and that's just getting more comfortable, just being on the field. So I think I got that knocked down. I'm more of a confident player now than I was in week one. So that's definitely a big jump. But I'll probably say those two things for sure.
I'd love for you to tell me, obviously you've battled a lot of great defensive backs this year. Who has been the toughest matchup for you?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them. A lot of great players that I went against so far. But if I had to say one, uh, I'd probably say probably Stephon Gilmore. I think Stephon Gilmore is a great player. He's just off his mechanics and how he reads tendencies. He's just a great player. You can just tell. You can just tell he watches a lot of film. You can tell that he studies opponent that he's playing and who he's facing. So I'll probably say him so far.
I know you're probably itching to the fact that you named Gilmore makes me think that you and your teammates are probably itching for revenge against the Cowboys next year after what you saw from them this year. I feel like is that the number one team where you're like, man, let me add him next year. Like I can't wait.
Yeah, we didn't have the best start against them week one, and the second game wasn't the best either. So that's definitely a game that we're gonna have to eye on next year for sure.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to get your thoughts on the college football landscape as well as an SEC star leaving Tennessee last year. A lot of SEC noise this week because we had Alabama make the college football playoff over undefeated Florida State. Now, as an SEC guy, does that affect your opinion on this at all? Do you think a one-loss SEC champion is kind of like, well, I mean, you got to put him in, or does your hatred for Bama transcend everything, and you're like, man, we should have put Florida State in there?
At the end of the day, even though I hate Bama, I'm always an SEC guy. I always believe in the SEC. I believe we have the best coaches in the SEC, the best players, and just the tradition behind the SEC is just top tier. So I'll always have that faith just in the SEC. But Florida State was a great team. They were a good team. Obviously, they went undefeated. Yeah, they have a good quarterback, and I heard he got hurt. So prayers up for him. But they have a great team. They have a good team. They have a good receiver. But at the same time, I know it hurts them. I know it hurts that they couldn't get in. Because I mean, what do you ask for? From a team when they go undefeated? But you got to look at the strength of the schedule. I think that's really what it goes down to. Who had a tougher schedule. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. You go to the college playoff and let's say a team that went undefeated and didn't really play anybody goes in there and then they get smacked. Then nobody wants to watch that. So it's all about the strength of schedule. So even though I know a lot of people disagree on Florida State not getting in, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I really don't have a problem with it, because Alabama faced Georgia in the SEC championship. They're two-time or three, whatever it is that what they are. So I don't know. I don't disagree with it. That's what I got to say.
Good. That's the insight I want. Comparing these SEC venues, Alabama, Georgia become top tier Alabama's doing it forever, but in recent years, what was the toughest SEC road crowd for you to deal with?
Uh, I'll probably have to say probably Georgia. Just their tradition behind what they do. They kind of remind us, the University of Tennessee, how they care about football so much. They have diehard fans over there, and every time I went over there, it was definitely a tough place to play in. So I'll definitely have to say them number one.
Awesome. And how do you feel about this shakeup that's coming next year? You got Oklahoma, Texas joining the conference, Texas in the CFP too, so they got plenty of momentum. Do you welcome them with open arms, or does that still feel kind of weird to you?
No, we definitely welcome them with open arms. It's definitely going to bring more of a movie to the SEC. So it's going to be fun bringing those two teams already into a powerhouse conference. So especially adding them to the Tennessee schedule, it's going to be fun games in the future.
I'm glad you shouted out, Knoxville and the Vols crowd as well, because I do feel like you have maybe one of those great SEC hometown, home advantages. I was in Knoxville for a game day weekend a couple months ago in September, and I went to a place, Pete's Coffee Shop. Every single waitress wearing Vols gear. This was like a Friday too. It was not even a Saturday. A lot of special spots in Knoxville. What were sort of your go-tos? Like, what do you miss? Food, bars, everything.
I miss a lot of things about Tennessee. Just the game day atmosphere. You just can't beat it. When you have home games and it's sold out every game when you're at home. I mean, that's just the best feeling. It's the best atmosphere you can have when you're playing football. We had a lot of night games when I played my junior year, so it was just a great atmosphere. That was probably the biggest thing about it. It's not even all the other stuff. It's just the enjoyment of everybody having fun and just loving football.
Have you been back since you left?
I try to come back. Just our schedule and how Tennessee's schedule align. I just didn't have time this year, but definitely in the future, I will definitely go to a game when I have time for sure.
Awesome. Well, Jalin Hyatt, you made noise with your NIL deal with Hyatt while in school. You've continued the relationship. The weekend in the cleats of an NFL rookie package. Again, that begins Tuesday, December 12th, 11 a.m. Eastern. Fans have a chance to enter to win. All that great stuff. I'll let you go on this one. I got one more question about the Giants and your rookie season. What is the worst rookie hazing prank that you've gotten pulled on you this year? Did you get like a big dinner bell slapped on you? Was it Dable? Like, who really got you good this year?
Yeah, they still got to get me. That's the problem. They're waiting for after the season, so I'm kind of scared about that. That's not good news. So I'll let you know when it happens. Trust me, because it won't be a good feeling.
Well, year two, you get to do it to somebody else. So,
Exactly. I can't wait.
well, Jalin Hyatt, I can't wait to find out more about that too. Thank you so much for joining me.
I appreciate you. Thank you.